New year, new beginnings, new hope. Today we are counting down on the top 3 positive news stories of this new year. So here are the top 3 positive news stories of the first half of January 2021. Number 3. Hero Plumber has helped 10,000 vulnerable families fix heating and plumbing for free during pandemic. A kind-hearted plumber has spent £57,000 during the pandemic helping thousands of vulnerable families fix their heating and plumbing for free. In 2017, James Anderson was called to a home for a second opinion and caught a heating company who'd attempted to con an elderly and disabled man out of £5,500. Disgusted and disheartened by this, he founded Defer and has since helped more than 10,000 families. The 53-year-old pledged to help disabled and elderly people with their plumbing and heating, whatever the cost. But he has since branched out during the pandemic to provide food parcels, PPE, and even paying bills for people. A father of 6 children, Anderson says he spent £57,000 during the pandemic alone, but added that it was worth every penny if it kept people alive and warm. In fact, between Christmas Day and New Year alone, he and a local team of 3 volunteers, 3 apprentices, and 4 engineers took on 93 jobs for free. James currently works with plumbers based in Lancashire, Manchester, Leeds, Nottingham, and parts of Scotland, and hopes to eventually cover the whole of the UK and has a GoFundMe page to accept donations. You can donate on the GoFundMe page to assist James in helping households through the cold winter months. Number 2. A kind doctor forgave $650,000 in medical bills for cancer patients to kick off 2021. If a cancer diagnosis is a patient's worst nightmare, not being able to afford life-saving treatment runs it a close second. One oncologist recently forgave all his patients' outstanding debts, easing his patients' pain a bit to kick off 2021. Dr. Omar Atik founded the Arkansas Cancer Clinic in 1991. Over the years, countless patients received everything from diagnostics to radiation and chemotherapy at the Pine Bluff facility. In February of 2020, the clinic closed due to staffing shortages. At the time, there was close to $650,000 outstanding patient debt on the books. Dr. Atik attributed the large sum to the fact that no patient was ever denied treatment, regardless of whether or not they could pay. After the clinic closed last year, Dr. Atik attempted to settle the debts. He soon realized that many of the folks he treated didn't have the means to pay, especially with so much added financial hardship brought on by the coronavirus pandemic. So with the blessing of his wife Mehreen, he simply elected to stop asking. And to bring in 2021, Dr. Atik sent out cards to nearly 200 of his former patients that read, "The Arkansas Cancer Clinic was proud to have you as a patient." Although various health insurances pay most of the bills for the majority of patients, even the deductibles and co-pays can be burdensome. The clinic has decided to forego all balances owed to the clinic by its patients. Even though he is no longer treating his patients, Dr. Atik found one final way to practice some kindness and compassion on their behalf. Number 1. Lone Capitol police officer lured rioters away from Senate chambers. The hero likely saved lives. A US Capitol police officer is being hailed as a hero for cleverly steering a mob away from the Senate chambers during the riots on 6th January. Footage shows Officer Eugene Goodman all alone and just a few steps ahead of rioters. They are waving Confederate flags and shouting at him as they chase him up a flight of stairs inside the Capitol building. Goodman can be seen covertly looking at the entrance of the Senate just a few feet away. Then he lures the intimidating rioters in the opposite direction, risking his life. In the video from HuffPost Igor Bobik, which you can watch here, Goodman can be heard shouting "second floor" into his radio, alerting other officers that rioters are approaching the chamber area and the people who are in there. Just minutes later, authorities managed to seal off the chamber, keeping the people hiding inside safe. Goodman, a veteran of the US Army who served in Iraq, is being praised for his bravery and decisive action in what must have been a harrowing situation. Multiply the positivity by sharing these sweet stories with your friends on social media.